Hello, happy Friday everybody. It's Friday and that means another episode of Friday Sews. So Friday Sews is a Friday video that I do every Friday pretty much, and it's just a little bit of sewing and a little bit of life. So we'll call that a vlog. Have you heard of a vlog? It's like a blog but a video. So vlogging is more just kind of chatting and talking about life. And if you like hearing life and sewing, do hashtag Friday Sews and you're going to find a whole bunch of people that are also talking about both, which I absolutely love because I'm nosy. I like hearing about people's lives. Are you married? Do you have kids? What do you like to do? What's your hobbies besides sewing, of course? And so if you'd like to keep coming back for Friday Sews, I do talk about all kinds of things, and I have a whole playlist of all my Friday Sews, so you can even look back. Obviously, I have a lot to share with you, and we're going to call this a shopping haul, even though it was very hodgepodgey. I didn't just find this all in one place, and I want to share my thought process behind everything I bought. But before I take you through all this loveliness, I want to point out my jacket. It's a sweater. I call them sweaters, but really it's a cardigan. And I made this this week, and I really like it. It's from Style Arc, and I can't remember the name of it, but I'm going to put it in the video so you can see. And I'm going to make it again. So I will be doing a review on this cardigan. And I put a picture up for you to see it, me wearing it, but I just love it. So I'm really anxious to make it again, and I have a lot to say about it. And I guess that's a tease, because I'm going to put out a review very quickly here. And kind of goes with my goal of making more videos. Instead of telling you everything in one video, I might spread it out a little. I made this week. So I talked about wanting to make a planner for my YouTube channel so that I wouldn't have all these just scattered pieces of paper and notes all over the place. And so I started a journey. I have watched a lot of DIY planner cover videos, and there's a lot of them out there, and they're just all so good. So many good ones. I watched a lot of videos, and I settled on one that I really love this channel. And I haven't talked about this, and I really should have, because I made a duffel bag from this channel. It's called Sewspire is her channel, and I fell in love with her. And so it was one of the first places I went for my planner cover. And so I saw a lot of ideas, but she's the one I really did the planner from. So this is her planner, Sewspire. She has such a soothing voice, and her instructions are just simple and calm. I am not a calm person, so when I'm making things, it's nice to hear that calm down, Stephanie, calm down. That's how I felt. She could have just said, calm down, Stephanie, and I would have heard it. So, Sewspire. So she does purses and tote bags. I made a duffel bag. I saw a messenger bag on there I'd like to try, and she's just wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. She has sew-alongs. And then if you want complete instructions and measurements and all of that, she does have design boards on Etsy, and they're like $5. And you know what? It's a great way to support some of these small businesses, and I like to do that. So I paid for a design board, and then I ended up making it a little different than the design board. So she had two that I think I'm going to try and put them both up here. Two binders that I both liked, features from both. This is the one I bought the design board for. This has a zipper right there and a big pouch, so this could hold pens. And then it has this little accent color right here, and then it has the main color, which is this. And then it had a flap with 2 snaps. I took the flap and didn't do it because her other binder had a bow, and I'm in love with bows. So I did the bow. I followed the instructions. It came out so easy, so easy. But I, no matter how hard I try, have a really hard time being exact. And in sewing, it's kind of a problem that I'm still struggling with, but my binder came out a little tight. My binder cover is a little small. And so I'm going to make it again. And again, and again, and again, I'm pretty sure. So I have ideas. I'm changing things. I want to do some things different. I want a different bow. I don't love this fabric, so I'm going to pay attention to not to have this piece be a feature as well as this piece. Also, another thing I'm thinking of is I'm going to cover my binder on the inside. I don't know how yet, but I'm going to, so that inside it's fabric too. And I've seen some with flaps in here. I really would like to have some pockets. So with that in mind, I thought, wow, I went to Joann's and bought all of this. And it was like under $11 for all of this. The zipper, this fabric, this fabric, this fabric, and this fabric. I already had the notebook. So it didn't cost very much. And of course I used coupons and all of that. And so I wasn't unhappy, but I didn't have a lot of fabric. I know it looks like up there I have a lot of fabric. I have some fabric up there, but you know, I don't have a huge stash of cotton. Just don't. So I decided to build up a little bit of a stash so that when I want to get creative, I have some choices. And I kind of had a little talk with myself when I was shopping. And this is what I said to myself. I said, self, I don't really do that. But I did have some ideas that I'm just going to buy what I like. And then I'm not going to worry about trying to mix and match patterns and colors and all of that. When I look at the Sewspire, I wish I knew her name so I could call her by her name, the Sewspire lady. It didn't have any rhyme or reason. It just looked good together, but it didn't have any rhyme or reason to it. So I just decided if I like it, that's enough. And so I'm going to pick all these little things that I like. And then when I'm creating, I would like to do one. Okay, what about this? Where I don't look. Like I have all the inspiration fabrics just sit there and I blindly pick my 4, because it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. And just see what it turns out. Some crazy mix and match. I did buy a couple of zippers at Walmart because they're just a little over $1. I think $1.80, and so that was a good place to stock up. I do believe I have a stash of zippers from garage sailing. Do you guys, if you're not, I don't know what they call it in other parts of the country, but we call it garage sailing. Yard sale. What do you call that in other countries? Do you guys have that where people just sell their stuff in their yard or in their garage? So I've picked up lots of craft supplies over the years. I haven't been garage selling in a long time, but I do have some weirdo stuff that it was just something I picked up in a batch, you know. So I'm going to have to go through my zippers and see if I have some that I never would have thought I would use. But here I might with this crazy color mixing. So in here, I'm going to make again, because this bothers me that it's too small. Can you see? I can see my... I'm going to do my YouTube planning because I'm going to really focus this year. I talked about this last week. I'm really going to focus, and I really want to make... I have done this on paper, just loose paper in a folder, and make lists of videos that I want to do, and then calendar of when I'm going to post them so that I'm spreading them out, and so that I'm not doing the same videos in a row, you know, like 3 shopping hauls in a row or whatever. So this is going to be my binder with brainstorming and ideas, and I also want to learn more about how to do a YouTube channel because I'm just making it up like most of us. I mean, I've listened to stuff. Obviously, I've listened to stuff, but I'm going to have a place for notes for learning. So that's my plan for my YouTube planner. And then I might make planners for other things like travel, recipes, exercise, journaling. I mean, I could have a bunch of these. I can't wait to just play. Oh my gosh. Now, so I built up my stash. Let's move to that. So I was at Walmart and I got this and this. They're quarters. They're fat quarters. Were really affordable. So I bought a bunch. Now, the piece that is... Okay, hold on. I mean, obviously you can watch any video you want. Sewspire was mine. This piece goes all the way, and that's the biggest piece. That's too big for a fat quarter. But all the other pieces, measurements, this one, 1, 2, 3, a fat quarter would work. Because I held up the measurements and I looked at what a fat quarter is, and yep. So I'll build up a stash of this. And she said cotton twill. What is that? Joann's doesn't call things those kind of names, so I don't know. I'm thinking it's home decor in Joann's, but what's cotton twill? She called it that. I don't know, but I am in love with this piece and I still have some, so you might see that again. So anywho, if you know what cotton twill is, would you educate me, please? Thank you very much. You guys know everything and I really count on that. So let me just show you what I got at Walmart, since that was where I got the zippers. Lemons, hello, and this color. Walmart, fat quarters, let's take a peek. Lemons with this blue green that everybody knows is my favorite color. Hello, look at my room. It's kind of nice to have a favorite color. Everybody knows what to buy you. This has Volkswagen vans on it. We are Volkswagen van people. We don't actually have one that runs, but I do have one out on my property that used to run, and we've had many, and it was our thing. And so I have to have that on one of my date books. Big, like this. Polka dots, blue, pink, because I can't just make everything blue, but more blue and more blue. Can't help it that I love blue. So that was Walmart. Then I went to the fabric store and I picked up a piece of sweater fabric that I don't have here, but I'm going to show you when I make this because I'm going to make it out of that. And it was a fabric store called High Fashion Fabrics in Sacramento. And I sadly didn't find a whole lot there. And I think it's because they don't get new stuff all the time, and I've really just seen it all. And once you've shopped it several times, it's hard to find anything new. I don't find that with Joann's. They change all the time. In fact, if you don't buy it, it's gone. And you got to be sorry about it. But I did pick up this remnant. I haven't opened it actually because it's kind of got a fault right there where it's kind of, well anyways, oh, it kind of keeps going. Oh, won't that be gorgeous on a planner? So I picked that up and it was $3.60 and I got a yard. So planner ideas right there. So moving on, I left there and I went to a different Joann's than my usual. And you know, you can find different things sometimes because you know, you keep picking over the same Joann's and you've seen it all. And I did, I found a bunch of cool stuff that mine did not have. And I got a bunch of fat quarters. These are just cute. Look at that. I just picked what I liked. I always like birds. Some accent colors and oh my gosh, how cute is that? Bright. Yes, I do love bright colors. Not gonna lie. Love that and love that. And then I picked up a piece of solid because I want to do covering the inside and I just want that to be just something simple. It could be wild too, but this would be a nice base. So I got that. And then I found these little packets. They were all on sale, so little bundles. So I don't really know what I have here. Well, let's find out. We'll find out together. I know I got this one because it's sewing. How cute is that? Sewing, flowers, paintbrushes, envelopes, and more sewing. Cute, cute, cute. So this is all going in my cotton stash for possible planner covers. And then one more. This is just some basics that would be cute, like for the accent or the bows. And I might do some flaps with, I don't know. I don't know. This can get fun. These are just some basics patterns. Nothing like spectacular about them, but fun colors. Fun colors. So there's that. And I already showed you these. So I have a good stash. And then I went to, oh, this is Joann's. This is not for the date books, although I've been watching videos and a lot of people do these date book covers with paper. And I love paper. I love paper. And I always have a good stash of paper. And my stash is very low. I made some fans and they're in my dining room. Right now it's still Christmas. I'm taking it down today after I close this video. But I made fans out of these papers, and so I'm looking to have some extra in case I need to replace them. And man, this paper has come in handy. And so they had a buy one, get one free. So this was $21 for this huge book of paper. And I got this one for free, also $21. So I thought that was a steal of a deal. So I just basically stood there and went like this until I found something I liked. And it was hard, to be honest with you, really hard, because I know what I like. And so now I'm stocked up on paper, and I love that. Then I went to my sewing machine store to get the thread to make this. I had red, but this isn't red. This is more of a maroon wine color. And since I wanted to do serging, I didn't want it to look like a weird, I wanted the right color. So I went there and I found this thread and found these in the bin. This was $1.50, but how beautiful is it? Oh my gosh. Wouldn't that be great in my planner stash? And then this one, love. I'm gonna have to make a bunch of planners just because I need to see these fabrics in action. The zipper would be pretty with it. Okay, so that's my shopping haul, meandering. And I really didn't feel successful on this trip, you know, like excited, but now that I'm looking at it and sharing it with you, I'm very excited. I just can't wait to make a couple more date books. So on another note, when I was in the sewing machine store getting that thread, I said, hey, I probably ought to get my machine maintenanced because it's been a while. I mean, since I bought it in July, and so it's been a year and a half, and they say annual, and I want to take good care of it because it's the most expensive machine I've ever bought, and I don't want anything to happen to it. I've replaced the cutter a couple of times myself, but you know, the oiling and whatever she said they do, and they're 2 weeks out. I said, what does this mean, 2 weeks out? She goes, that's how long it'll take. And I go, can I make an appointment? And she goes, no, you drop it off and you wait. I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? And she goes, what do you mean? I go, I need it. She goes, I don't know, you'll have to wait. So I'm gonna bite the bullet and take it on Monday. I mean, why take it on a Friday when this just a whole weekend I could be using it if I want to? So I'm thinking, what projects can I make without my serger? Because I use it to edge fabrics and I use it to sew knits, and it's my favorite machine. I use it the most. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set aside some time for planners. And also, do you remember when I made the purses? The chubby tote? Oh my gosh, I love those. Just love those. So I might make some more of those because I had a stash of them. And whenever I needed a gift, I had something. And people really loved those totes. Of course, all my friends have them, but I would like to have a few on hand. So I think that's kind of what I'm going to have to do the next 2 weeks while I wait for my machine. So I'm going to drop it off on Monday. I'm trying to figure out what to do with my hands. I'm going to drop it off on Monday. You know, I'm going to tell myself this. You're going to think I talk to myself all the time. I'm going to decide this, that maybe they are somebody who believes in under-promise, over-deliver. So they say 2 weeks, but really it's 1 or a few days. So I'm going to think positive, but I'm going to take it in there and get it maintained. And so that's pretty much all I have to talk about. I mean, personal life, it's just been mostly just sewing and hanging out at home for the most part. I mean, it's kind of quiet. The holidays are over. I've got half my Christmas put away and the other half to do today. So, you know, I wasn't in any big hurry. I really like my decorations a lot, but it's time to put them away. And our snow is melting and our power's back. If you were worried about me, I was definitely without power, but I had a generator. I can't complain. My mom says to me, you know, we text a lot, and she goes, so what are you doing with your time when your power's out? And I really just really felt bad because I really was doing the same thing I always do. It's just I could hear the generator going. Spoiled. We were talking, I have to say, my son and I were talking about when we used to run out of power when the kids were little, and we just had this like camping lantern with a little bag, and it made this like sound like, do you remember that? And we'd have that hanging in the center of our room, and we'd have our fire going, and that was it. And we would play cards, and we didn't have any light, and it was cold, and if you went to bed in your bedroom, it was really cold in there. And he's like, that's what it used to be when the power goes out. Now it's just, you hear the generator. The power goes out, the generator comes on. The only problem with that is propane is very expensive. I'm not going to complain about my electric bill anymore. So with propane being expensive, you kind of find yourself turning off and on the generator and not running it. I felt guilty every time I ran it. Like, I'm just wasting money. I'm just wasting money. So I'd go turn it off and then I'd be like, well, no, I wish it was on. So then I ended up going places. Like, go to my daughter's and hang out. Go to Joann's and hang out. Go to Walmart and hang out. And then I feel like I could come home and turn on the generator. So it came on Sunday. The whole crew just showed up, man. They had like 5 trucks, all sizes. They cut down a tree, they got the line back up, turned it on, and we had power. And it was a hallelujah moment. So glad that's over. Thank goodness. So that's it. I have said enough. I hope you enjoyed my shopping haul and my little stash builder. And I hope you enjoyed my planner that I'm really excited to fill. I'm actually not going to fill this one because it's not perfect. I'm not a perfectionist, but I'm going to use some of that and make one that fits. I have some ideas on that. But if you would, go visit Sewspire. I think you'll love her channel. Oh my gosh, she's so nice. And her work is beautiful. And there's so many out there. I will say I saw a lot of good ones. But come back to see my review of the Style Arc pattern. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my channel. I really appreciate it. If you would, please subscribe, hit the like, and leave a comment. Those are the things that just make it all worth it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.